Cartoon Network.
Oh,
yeah. Cartoon.
Pour one out for Cartoon Network. It's dead.
Is it?
So this video, you're probably wondering, what the fuck is this video? This is not manga.
Dislike.
What is?
Leave your dislikes and go away.
As you guys may know, me, myself, and Red. Well, I don't know about Red, but me and David are.
Wait, did you say me, myself, and Red?
No, I said me.
Yes, you
David.
did.
No, you definitely said
you
me,
definitely
myself,
did.
and Red.
Thurman, we might be a lot alike, but we're not the same person.
No. I think you're misunderstanding it, David. He just doesn't consider you a part of the group.
I see how it is. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
You need to
myself,
re-dye your
Red,
hair blue, and then I'll accept you back in.
No,
Myself?
never dyeing it blue again. That
Well, then we
shit
need to
took way
get a
too long.
fucking art revamp, don't we?
Yeah, we're just fucking revamp it to like my solo icon that we have for the fucking overlay. Fucking do that.
No. Are you stupid?
Dude, the regular one for the fucking chair has my silver hair.
No, it's blue.
moving on.
It's blue. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it too, slutbag.
Wait, hold on. Thurman, I'll cut it. Don't worry, I'll cut this. What the fuck? Hold on. It's blue silver, bitch. Okay,
Fish.
Thurman. Blue or silver? Is that not blue?
Right now on his profile picture.
No,
Oh.
I don't know what you can see, but look at what I just said.
This is the one you
That's
sent me for my solo shit.
That looks blue
That
as
looks
fuck.
silver to me.
What?
Fish, you colorblind.
I mean, my dad is. All right, well, that's going to be an outtake. Anyway, Cartoon Network, go ahead.
So me, myself, and Red. I don't know about Red, but me.
He did it
and-
again. He did it again.
Myself.
I exist, bitch.
Sorry,
Witness
so long time.
me.
It's been a long time since all three of us did a video together. I'm sorry. Okay, let me
It's
start
like
over.
Your brain knows
Myself,
there's three of us.
It's been a fucking week.
myself, David, and Red. I don't know much about Red, but myself and David are huge fans of animation, specifically cartoons. So, this is a video discussing the ends.
Disgusting.
Oh my god.
It's discussing the ends of the Renaissance era, as some people call it. So, as you know, the three, if you can consider this as Cartoon Network's Holy Stone Infinity, the three that people consider to be the Renaissance era would be Regular Show, Adventure Time, and The Amazing World of Gumball. Three of these cartoons came out at the direct same, I wouldn't say same time, but around the same year.
Gumball was a little bit after Adventure Time and Regular Show, if I remember correctly. And also, yeah, this is like my last era, because I remember very clearly being there for the beginnings of Adventure Time and Regular Show, and also remembering when Regular Show kind of blew my mind because they swore. Do you remember when they swore on Regular Show?
Yeah.
They were like, yo, Pops is going to be pissed. I was like, what? They say pissed?
Yeah.
So,
We're still waiting on that fucking show that he was doing for TBS too.
Yeah. What the fuck? I'm waiting. That looked literally just Regular Show, but for adults.
Yeah, pretty much.
JG Quintil. So 2010 for Regular Show. Fact checking all these so people won't be like in the comments. Oh, actually,
It was actually 2008 because of pilot or some shit.
We had a lot of comments.
Fuck off, normies.
Yeah. So
No, I love it. Bro, you want to talk about the best comment ever? Like, this is like the most like politely angry. You want to hear the most politely angry comment I've ever gotten? I just got it today. It was on the Hisoka video. I
It's
don't
still
like
blowing up.
I don't like the way this is edited. Unfortunately, I don't know what would make it better. All right.
You came just to complain, buddy. Congratulations.
Anyway.
So Red was correct as usual. Gumball was a year later. So I want to talk about. I want all of our thoughts on these. Not really in these three cartoons in particular. How you guys felt their kind of runs changed Cartoon Network and American cartoons as a whole, and what you guys think of their endings. Think of it like this, right? I'm going to compare and contrast. This is the equivalent to having all three of the main Holy Stone Trinity series ending. So, Amazing World of Gumball is One Piece, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and then of course, because with Shonen it was Naruto, then Bleach, then One Piece. So I suppose.
Yeah.
Did Adventure Time end first or regular? No, was it regular show first?
Regular show ended first.
Yep.
Then this year, I think Adventure Time
Adventure
ended.
Time ended with the fabled gay kiss.
Last year. Adventure Time ended last year.
Last year, goddamn.
I just want to make sure I'm not a moron. It did end with Marceline and Bubblegum kissing. Yeah.
Fuck. It's been
Yes.
so long.
Okay. Pretty sure.
I saw that. And then Gumball is ending this month. So I just want to kind of talk about my history with all three cartoons.
You start because I think you have the most like heart to heart with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
One sec, Red. I'm going to go grab a picture while he's talking.
Okay.
out of all these three cartoons, my favorite is Amazing World of Gumball. Amazing World of Gumball is probably in my top 5. It rivals. It rivals Rick and Morty for me. Duck Dodgers, Invader Zim, and Courage the Cowardly Dog. So and Generator Rex. So this cartoon, to me, at first I was kind of skeptical of it.
Yeah,
but
same. Because I honestly, what I saw, it was only the beginning, and the way you talk about it, it's like it got godly. I must have never saw that part.
Later seasons get better. Like season 5, season 4, season 6 are fucking phenomenal. I definitely recommend. When I come out there, we're definitely gonna binge some episodes, man. I definitely watch it with you.
I'm down.
So it's the cartoon itself is a very, I would say, a very Gintama-esque type of thing. You know, it's an event of the week every week, but the characters feel, Elmore and the characters itself feels natural. You know, it reminded me of old cartoons back in the day of Ed, Edd n Eddy, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab, where they had a stick, they stuck with it, and it didn't rely on what a lot of these cartoons rely on now is jokes of generational things, right?
Meme humor. Yeah, not being timeless. Yeah. The Powerpuff Girls fucking twerking.
Yeah.
Or Cyborg beating his meat.
Okay, but that's actually funny.
But it's actually funny, but it's just mean humor.
Listen, David, you're misunderstanding. There is what I look for in a show or a movie is timeless humor. Okay, so something like beating your meat is literally timeless. The caveman beat their meat. Fucking space Nazis in the future will probably beat their meat, and now
space Nazis. What the? This? Okay.
What?
What the fuck? Space Nazis? Are you fucking serious? Are you predicting that Donald Trump will make some sort of space force and be all white?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Did he? He did. Anyway.
So,
beating your meat is
timeless.
timeless.
I can turn that shit political.
Shut up. Beating your meat's timeless.
So
twerking is not.
It's just, long story short, Amazing World of Gumball had this charm to it that I feel like a lot of cartoons may have missed, right? So now regular show was that same way, and I think regular show.
Don't look at our crotches while we synchronize our watches.
Yeah, don't look at our crotches. No, listen, regular show was my shit. No, that was my shit. And actually, this is a story that no one probably will care about, but I got lucky enough to be on the know where that show came from something called Cartoon Institute, and it was like a group of or a group of animators made a bunch of pilots, and they were like, all right, we'll make a bunch of shows from this. Uncle Grandpa and Regular Show came from this. Now Regular Show, I actually took that pilot and made a YouTube poop of it way early in the day, back when that was still a thing, really shitty YouTube poop. But because I took it from the pilot, where not a lot of people knew where to find that. All the comments, it got 200,000 views back in the day, and all the comments were where did you get this? Because it was the first episode, way before it aired. But people just didn't understand you could just find it as a pilot. But anyway, I have good memories of that show. What I really appreciated about it was that, the formula of the show was, the first half was just a slice of life. You had your slice of life aspect, what are we doing today? Oh, we're setting up a nacho stand for a fair that's going to happen in the park. Today we're going over to get some grilled cheese sandwiches. Yada, yada, yada. Let's play rock, paper, scissors to try to get this old couch or whatever. But then, exactly every single time, like clockwork, halfway through the episode, some weird supernatural shit happens. And it was always amazing. So, a couple examples. One episode, they're fucking around, they're playing rock, paper, scissors, they keep tying, they get to 100 ties, a fucking spiritual entity comes out of the ether that is oh, you tied 100 times, it's never been done before, now crazy shit's gonna happen, you gotta break the tie, otherwise the world's gonna end. Or you got shit trying trying to think. Like, I know there was the one where they were trying to beat someone's record in like some arcade game, and then the dude was like literally like a giant walking hand, wasn't he?
Giant
Floating head, or I don't know. It was weird. And,
it was literally a Billy Mitchell metaphor.
I seem to remember the one where they were jumping on a trampoline with Pops, and then all of a sudden Pops just like sunk into the trampoline, like I went to another dimension, and it was so good at like sneaking up on you. It was like, okay, it's literally just a regular show, and then like you could blink and like now it's just an acid trip, and I loved it. It was so good.
So one of the things that I really appreciate about regular show was I liked the character development. I blame Red for this, ladies and gentlemen, but because I met Red and David, I analyzed almost everything. I analyzed almost everything.
When do you analyze, David?
I analyze every week in our Chainsaw Man.
You analyze tit hairs.
Well, yes, that is a form of analyzing, motherfucker. I appreciate thick bitches.
I analyze everything, almost everything now when it comes to fictional stuff. So, but I could even make this fucking separate video if I wanted to, but I'm good. I'm shitty at solo videos. So
we all are.
Regular show to me, well, the way the writers wrote the series, it was so beautifully genius. And one of the reasons why I appreciate this show so much is that every character feels like they've grown towards the ending. Like every character was a trope at the beginning, and then they went away from that trope towards the end. Rigby was the annoying character, was lazy. He didn't do anything. He always got Mordecai into trouble. He was that character that kind of. I'm going to be honest. I didn't like Rigby at the beginning, but I thought he was annoying. I thought he was bad. But towards the end of the series, Rigby becomes a better character than Mordecai. We see that Rigby has his faults, but he overcomes all of that. He decides to stop being a little bitch and date Eileen. He decides to, he's still somewhat lazy, but he still, tries to go hard and goes back to high school to get his diploma. He literally goes the extra mile to save Mordecai from all the shit that's happened, right? He's become a viable member of the park. Same with Mordecai. At the beginning, Mordecai was a respectable character who seemed to have no flaws besides being roped up because Rigby was his best friend. But as we see as the series goes on, we see that Mordecai was just as flawed as anyone else. He's bad with women. He cheated on his girl. He suffers from depression when it comes to breakups. He's very susceptible to peer pressure. He has all this buildup. And towards the end of the series, we see that their roles have reversed. Rigby was the immature character that no one liked. He always got Mordecai into trouble, but now we flipped it. Rigby's the one who's saving Mordecai in certain episodes. Rigby's the one who's having to tell Mordecai, okay, focus on yourself. Stop chasing all these women. Stop trying to force yourself into these dating shit when you know it's not going to work out. Focus on yourself. Benson was a character who was just an angry asshole boss who became to a character who we can relate to. Skips was like a fucking brute. He was just like a Jiren Broly level character. We'd go and see him.
Skips was an enigma, bro.
Bro, I hated Muscle Man. But the
my mom, bro. My mom.
The writers turned Muscle Man into an actual likable character. Someone who
really did.
I thought Muscle Man was a fucking asshole. One of those guys who thought that just because they were fucking big or fucking, fat or whatever, they thought they were the shit. But he turns out to be a actual decent character. Right?
Don't forget High Five Ghost.
Yeah, High Five Ghost as well. I feel like High Five Ghost got the less.
I was just remember him.
Yeah, he got the less development out of everyone. I'm gonna be honest, but it was just
Now remind me, because I watched the first half of regular show. I never finished it. Did Mordecai get with the red bird or the cloud chick?
He didn't get with any of them.
What?
He married a bat.
Weird.
And I'm happy that they did that. So,
all right.
At the end of the series, it felt honestly, watching regular show made me feel like I was actually reading a manga. These characters
it really does kind of feel like a manga.
Like it actually progresses. Well, it's similar, and I know and we'll get to this eventually, but Adventure Time too. That was a show that I enjoyed watching, but I stopped because I always preferred shows that were like going somewhere, and then I heard that later it actually had like a legit plot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
And then Steven Universe does
Almost
the same
every-
thing. Why do all these cartoons start with like Adventures of the Week and then do like a plot? Just give me, god damn it.
So, when it comes to when it comes to Adventure Time, I fell off of it. Honestly,
I heard it got godly at the end.
It did get godly at the end. I still have to watch pretty much all
They
of it.
changed the title to like Adventure Time Islands. Or, like, what was happening? Did they go with like Wind Waker all of a sudden?
There's
really, like,
different
what the
little
fuck, like-
mini arcs that they did
Spoilers.
at the end.
for people who
Not only did
haven't-
they change
yeah.
the title to Adventure Time Islands, but then I think the regular show had changed it to like Adventures in Space, didn't they?
I think it was a special.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
did
I
little
just remember-
specials and mini arcs and all those.
Yeah, like those shows went fucking places. Like it blew my mind.
Like the Islands arc of Adventure Time was its own little mini arc, kind of like a fucking, I wouldn't say filler, but kind of like.
And
it
I
was
loved that, like, there was a fan theory in Adventure Time that actually ended up being confirmed. I remember reading about it a long time ago where there was an episode where, like, this guy was, like, telling a story and he had, like, a hologram of the planet of Adventure Time. And, like, half the planet was a huge fucking crater. And everyone was like, there was a war. Because if you look at the intro to the show as well, there's, like, nuclear warheads and wastelands. There was a huge-ass war. And then I know that was confirmed eventually.
It's honestly Adventure Time. A lot of people kind of slept on in the beginning, and
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
it really turned into one of the best.
I remember it kind of cringed me out in the very beginning because I didn't like the humor
Oh,
was
yeah.
really like Finn weirded me out. I remember because Finn was just like, oh yeah, man, yeah, like it
Yeah,
just felt like Finn was like kind of a like to say this nicely, it felt like Finn got dropped on his head one too many times as a
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
You know,
It was Adventure Time for me. I fell off of it. I think because I think the characters. But another thing that Red got me hooked on is
characters matter.
and like besides Jake DiMaggio doing an excellent job at Jake the Dog, by the way.
Jake's great.
Like, I didn't really like most of the characters. Finn just felt like your average like
Finn
American cartoon
was
protagonist.
cringe.
He did get character development, which I like. One of my favorite episodes is the Princess Bubblegum, where Finn falls in love with Fire Princess. I love that sort of mini arc.
Name
I kind of hate
Princess.
that the writers kind of fucked it up too. I feel like
Oh,
Finn
yeah.
it's with a good match. But anyway, I kind of fell off of it because not so much for the plot. Like season 1, season 2, Adventure Time was full of fun, but I just it fell off of it because it didn't really feel. It felt kind of, what can I say? Sort of fell off in a character aspect and a progressional aspect. Like I didn't really care for most of the characters in Oob. Like I did like Ice King. I feel like Ice King was misunderstood. And I'm really happy that he got a backstory.
Oh, he super was. Yeah, that actually started. Like, yeah, that was
Yeah,
revealed,
like I like Ice King's character. I like Flame Princess. Finn was kind of he was meh. Like he was like, I would say he's like Goku tier for me, honestly. Jake the Dog was like okay, but it felt like he was carrying the show too much, and it felt like John DiMaggio was trying too hard, and which I like.
And that's early adventure. Like I'm to this day, I want to go back and watch the rest of Adventure Time because now that I know it got plot heavy, and I really like. I've seen clips of the Ice King backstory. It looks so good. Like I'm really.
It definitely is worth revisiting.
Yeah, it interests the fuck out of me, and the world was really unique feeling to it. Like Adventure Time had one of those like One Piece Hunter x Hunter style worlds where like they would just go places and like magical shit would be happening, and I always loved. I love stories like that.
Yeah, I didn't like Marceline too much. I'm lying. She was 50-50 for me. Princess
Well, here's
Bubblegum
the
was
thing.
like
The episode, I think, if there's an episode I remember the most, it was when Marceline's dad came back and everything had souls. Stomping on hands, sucking up souls.
Yeah.
And then, like, the conversation between the dad and the fucking penguin, Gunther, that shit was hilarious. He was just like, you truly are the most evil creature I've ever met. Whack. No, you can't have my soul. Whack.
So.
it's
And then I think the Ice King came over and he was like, no one abuses my penguins but me.
it's just I may revisit it.
I think it's worth revisiting. I need to get to the plot, yeah.
I'm a big fan of binging cartoon series. I binged the whole entirety of Generator Rex. That was the fucking
When you have
blast.
time, bro. Like, I binged, most recent thing I binged was Good Omens. That shit was so good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
coming
need
soon.
to binge. I need to binge maybe one of Gumball too. I fell behind, but
Same.
I need to finish. I need to binge Duck Dodgers too. But getting back on track here, so out of all the three, I would say Adventure Time was my least favorite. So now going on to the next next thing here, is all three of these cartoons sort of had an impact in their own way when it comes to how it affected Cartoon Network. Because I'm gonna be honest, like these three carried when they aired. Like these three were carrying Cartoon Network like
Until
entirely.
they just aired nothing but Teen Titans Go.
Yeah, but are you like? It felt like Cartoon Network was trying to compete with Nick and Disney so bad that because I think the only thing that at the time that really competed with Cartoon Network, like from Disney, was like Phineas and Ferb and fucking.
Ferb is the shit, bro.
It's like Fish Hook and Star versus the Forces of Evil, and Nick. I know.
Try me with that Phineas and Ferb blasphemy. Are you? What was that? Bitch, you want to go? You want to fight?
I didn't really care for it.
Bruh.
Sorry.
I stopped caring for it after like the second season, honestly.
Bruh. I literally. You want to talk a fucking series that I finished and binged on Netflix? Phineas and Ferb. Oh my god.
I heard I got an ending, which is good. But,
yeah, no. I mean, here's the thing. Even like Phineas and Ferb was like. I would argue that like Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus fucking carried that show, but even the other parts like they were good. But like I live for the fucking Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus parts. Like Jesus, there are some scenes that kill me, bro. Like like the one where he's I don't know if you ever saw the one where he was like pissed because he kept losing to a baking soda volcano. Yes, that's a question.
Well, I watched maybe
as a kid, he would like always like make these like huge fucking crazy contraptions because he was a genius. So it was like this huge like laser world destroying fucking device, and then the science fair judges would be looking at it like, oh wow, very impressive, and then they'd be like, holy shit, is that a baking soda volcano? And they ran over and gave it the medal, and he was like, and then next year I came back with an even bigger nator, but I still lost to a baking soda volcano, and then I was tired of science. I took up poetry, and oddly enough, I still lost to a baking soda volcano. I just love the humor in that show. Anyway. But no, don't be dissing on Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, I forgot Gravity Falls was also a contender as well. And then Nick, I don't know what the fuck Nick had at that time.
At that time, not much.
They had Sanjay and Craig. They had the TMNT commercial or cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I might as well have been a commercial for fucking toys because all you would see was like 10 minutes of fucking actual episode.
Nice
and
recovery, bro.
10 fucking commercials in between for fucking toys. It was literally there to push merch.
Yeah, so they had Sanjay
Nickelodeon hasn't had shit for a long time. I think they're the weakest.
They had Breadwinners, if you want to count that as a show.
Oh god, it was Breadwinners was terrible. Nick was
the weakest.
Nothing.
Can we just all agree that Nick is the weakest?
And also their other commercial show, Power Rangers, which is there just to push fucking merch still.
Also, they've run Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob into the fucking ground.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I mean, they had.
Oh, we're getting Battle for Bikini Bottom again.
They had Fanboy and Chum Chum, which
I hated it.
They had. I fairly liked. I feel like it was an underrated show. They had. Well,
Mr.
I guess
Meaty.
It was 2 years later, but no, Mr. Meaty was way earlier. It was 2 years later, but they had Robot Monster, which I thought was cool. They had Harvey Beats.
Anything that's actually good, they can.
Huh.
Yeah, Breadwinners, like a lot of the cartoons that Nick had was just terrible. Like Nick relies too much on gross humor and awful animation. Like I feel like out of all, like it's funny too because Nick had some of the best directors and animators for a cartoon. Like Butch Hartman, he's an asshole, but the guy knows how to make a damn good cartoon. And like
and force religion on kids.
No, I mean, but here's the thing. I'm not defending him as a person, but like he never really put any religious shit in Fairly Odd Parents.
Not really, but that.
No, I never noticed anything.
Platform. That was his entire fucking platform for that streaming service.
Well, that was nowhere. Yes. In fact, that may have been the reason he left Nick. Like, I just can't shove enough religion into my shit.
But
so anyway, back to the Cartoon Network here. So yeah, so I feel like besides Disney, because Nick is fucking Nick, I feel like there's not really much competition that these three cartoons had, because I mean,
the only thing that these really went up against was the commercialized fucking products. Like, they were going up against Power Rangers, they were going up against Star Wars Rebels near the end of their fucking runs. That's about it.
So basically, is the point of this just to say that these three they just carried Cartoon Network basically, and now is the question moving on? So now is the question moving on to how are they going to do after all three of these are done, basically?
Yeah.
So here's the question, right? Is Steven Universe also ending like last season?
I don't know.
One sec. Let me look that up.
I thought I had heard it was ending. Do you not watch that, Thurman?
Once I
would be very curious on your thoughts, because a lot of people like it, and I hear it's like an SJW's dream, but somehow it's like in a good way. It's done in a like subtle way. I don't know. All I know about it is like SJWs love it.
It's crazy to me because Steven Universe, the concept never interested me that much. I heard it was good. Like, I have a lot of friends in high school who said it was really good, but
Twitter fucking loves it.
my thing with a lot of this is one thing I do want to mention is I really like how nowadays a lot of cartoons now are following the trend of ending their series. We do talk about that,
right? It doesn't just fucking like end with a random ass episode. Like, I think Powerpuff Girls, like the original series, literally ended with them like fucking chasing someone back and forth around the town, and it wasn't like anything big or anything. Like, I hate it when fucking series do that.
Yeah, so I'm really happy a lot of animators now are starting to do that. So another thing I want to talk about is
it's apparently continuing. It's till current on every site that I'm looking.
Well, no, I know it's not done yet, but like I think the upcoming one is its final season. That's what I thought.
Oh, I didn't care anything about that. Trust me, there'll be news of it if it was.
No, yeah, there wasn't. That's why, because I was seeing a bunch of clips. Remember they accidentally fucking like shared something that was like a huge Endgame spoiler thing, like on one of their streams.
Yeah, and there's also a movie coming out that sometime this fall. But yeah.
So my thinking is just like, because let's be honest, American cartoons are popular, but not on the same level as anime or movies is, right? It's unfortunate, but a lot of, and I don't even think this is it's the company's fault for pushing the series. I think it's just because for a very long time now, American cartoons have been seen as childish. So it's just now people are starting to realize that, okay, well, maybe cartoons are not as childish as you may think they are. So I'm really happy that a lot of these cartoons now, because back then, 2010, this was still this era of where cartoons were getting bigger, but at the same time, a lot of especially Cartoon Network, it was a dark age. A lot of these cartoons were just spewing out cartoons.
Oh, Thurman, before these came out, what did we really have on Cartoon Network? Like, the most popular show at that time
there was like a period of time with not as good stuff, but like you can't deny like early Cartoon Network was fucking gold.
Early Cartoon Network was gold.
So like
that middle era,
you had the era of like Ed, Ed and Eddie, Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken. That was godly, right? There was a middle era there, and I know Thurman will disagree with me, but like I thought Camp Lazlo was I thought My Gym Partner was a Monkey was like there was that like
era right there. We really didn't have anything.
It was like 2005 to like 2009ish that like I remember like
It existed on pretty much Adult Swim, Toonami, and fuck all else besides Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yeah, because a lot of people, during that era, a lot of people were shifted towards Toonami and Adult Swim, because Adult Swim had a lot of popular stuff. They had a bunch of stuff that it's cool to watch adult cartoons. Watching Family Guy late at night at like 1:00 in the morning.
Well, that was because that was when we were growing up as well. Like we're looking at it from our generation's perspective.
So
if we were to basically have somebody from a generation that grew up with My Gym Partner was a Monkey and fucking Camp Lazlo as their starter cartoons, they probably think they were godly. They look back at our shit like,
I don't know, maybe you're probably right. I would hope that there's some form of objectivity if they look. Now Ben 10, was that Cartoon Network? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So that was
okay,
from. Hold on. When was Ben 10 from? Do we know?
So it was like 2008-ish, I think.
So that's some good shit. Oh, can we talk about Ben 10 for a second? Jesus.
Ben 10 was.
It was definitely a unique fucking concept that now has been milked to no fucking end.
Well, yeah, now it sucks ass. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
so-
I hate the new Ben 10.
The original was 05 to 08.
Oh.
And then
5 to 8.
So yeah, Ben 10 was fucking, honestly, like, for me, that era with the Camp Laszlo's and the My Gym Partners, Ben 10 was running the show for me. Because, like, here's the thing. Ben 10, I look at Ben 10 as, like, Cartoon Network's Avatar: The Last Airbender. Because, like, it was a cartoon that, like, had, like, a through-line story, you know? And it felt like they were going places. And, like, when you have a cartoon with, like, just so that had deep ass lore, you know, like the plumbers. There was the episode where they go into the future and there's Ben 10,000. Like, I just watched the death battle with Ben 10 recently that Screw Attack did. Like, that is a character that is so detailed. There's so many rules, and it's like it's detailed to the point of like how a manga or anime character would be. So like,
Yeah, pretty much.
I loved the original Ben 10, and Alien Force was all right. I always thought that it lost a lot of the charm that it had when he stopped being a kid. I like the original the best. You know, the episode I remember to this day, and I remember like such wholesome memories. Like, do you ever have these memories like back when like shows would like scare you, like because you were a kid, you were still innocent, and you'd literally be like scared. Do you remember the episode where they went to Mount St. Helens and like there was like a planet
God.
sucker? It would like suck the life out of the planet. You remember this?
Yep.
yeah.
And, like, the planet was literally dying. Like, they were, like, the planet was turning gray and gooping and crumbling, and Mount St. Helens couldn't erupt anymore, and just everything around them was dying, and it was like a apocalyptic hellscape. I remember as a kid, that shit terrified me. Like, that episode was terrifying. I love it. Like, God, it was just... I'm sorry, I'm gushing, man. Ben 10 was amazing.
No, you're fine, man. I'm really happy that we have the content for this video. So... we definitely have to binge some cartoons together. Fuck anime. We're going some American cartoons.
You know what you gotta do? Live with me, bitch. Be my roommate. I need one.
So,
I mean,
Any
he really
fans
does
want to
now.
be my roommate?
so going back on topic here, I think because I think the reason why these cartoons stuck with people so long is because of how good they were, but also because of the fact that they were kind of different in an era to where Cartoon Network was just because it's the same thing with how Jump, you know, once Jump lost Naruto and Bleach, they were just spewing out any other manga they could to find something to replace it. And when they finally got My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Promised Neverland, Dr. Stone, yada yada yada, you know, they went through like what 50 to like 60.
Oh yeah, they had an era where they were throwing everything that could stick. So
Here's what we're dealing with coming up, guys. Fucking.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's the new shit now? Like Thurman.
We have Mao Mao Heroes of Pure Heart that comes out July 1st.
That looks really good. I saw the trailer for that. It looks really good.
We have Infinity Train, which looks really good. We have Tig and Seek, a We Bear Bears spinoff. We have Thundercats Roar,
Gross.
Power Players, and Kung Fu Pork Choppers. I literally have to look at what the fuck. Kung Fu Pork Choppers
Thanks, I
is
hate
literally literally an animated children's educational show,
Good.
and it's fucking. It comes from China. It looks. Red, please live edit this shit up or edit this in post. This is the. Yeah. I can't with this
okay,
animation.
if I think of it, I will. If I don't, just Google it.
I can't with this fucking animation, man.
I hate it.
It's just,
Wait, why does it say Chinese? What does that mean?
Why?
It's acquired from somewhere in Chinese.
No. Are you sure that's what that means? Because it just says Chinese. Like, is that just what the name of the show is in Chinese?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is. GG Bond is what
I mean,
it's
it does
called.
look like they outsourced the animation to China. I mean, let's be honest.
I can't with that animation.
Usually when they outsource animation somewhere else, it's better. Like the opening of the reboot of Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh God, that opening is so good. Hey, if we're here talking about Cartoon Network, can we talk about the reboot of Powerpuff Girls?
so
Can we not?
I think we have to.
First, just final thoughts on the Renaissance era.
I I mean, it was good. They had their big three. They need a new one. I'm not sure how much longer Steven Universe is going to last. If it's still here, I think that can be one of them. But they definitely need some more.
I have high hopes for Mao Mao. Honestly, I'm definitely going to follow Mao Mao. I'm going to record every new episode. I have high hopes for it.
Definitely looking at it, it looks good. Just what little I'm looking.
The voice acting sounds so good.
How do you guys have time to keep up with this shit?
Trust me, I fucking don't. I still need to finish Gumball. I still need to finish the last 2.5 seasons of Gumball.
What is this called? Mao Mao? M-A-O-M-A-O?
Yeah.
All right, I'm watching a clip right now.
Mao,
and there's an ad. Fuck you and your ads.
Live
Stop
reaction.
sending porn during the video.
Literally, enjoy some Ruby hentai, man.
Hold on, I'm watching a video. The animation looks good. It definitely has a good look to it.
It's like, it's really like, I have so much.
It definitely looks like there's like effort being put in there for sure.
Yeah, man.
And that's something you don't see a lot of anymore in CalArts Network.
Yeah, like the pork thing you told me about just 2 seconds ago. Now,
here's my question to you guys. Okay, so I fucking hate this new generation of goddamn Cartoon Network. Like this new shit that they're limping to the goddamn race with. We have fucking. I've been using that metaphor a lot for fucking shit. I know, but like you have Thundercats Roar. You're seeing basically the same CalArts skeletal frames being used for everything. I mean, even Steven Universe and Gumball is guilty of this to some extent, but it's basically baby's first cartoon now. We're literally recycling everything to try to either kind of grab onto nostalgia when we're rebooting Thundercats for, I think this is the 3rd time.
That's just like strategy in a nutshell. Like here, once they forget this thing was a thing, make it again. Aladdin live action.
Look at fucking Disney lately. Yeah. But that's something that Disney had in stone, basically.
There will always, this is how I genuinely look at every creative medium, right? Like, that's going to be, I would argue 60 to 70% of everything is just going to be cheap bullshit that they push out. But the shit that stands out is that every generation you're going to get some new good-ass creative shit. Just look for that.
Exactly. Yeah. So what do you guys see the future of fucking Cartoon Network? Do you think we're in the end of Cartoon Network as a whole, end of actual network cartoons? Because we're seeing a lot more effort put onto like your Dragon Princes, your Voltrons, even though shit's bad.
Now that's interesting, right? Because now that comes down to less of a Cartoon Network issue and more of a where do creators want to put their effort, right?
Exactly.
So, and you're right. I mean, if you got to look at like ratings and like if places like Cartoon Network don't evolve with the times and like just have like an online thing that works, which they won't because they're way too late to the party, and now we're having this thing where they're splitting all the things into like separate things. It's becoming a second cable now. It's a very interesting time for creators because it is becoming a second cable on the internet. Now you have your 50 million different streaming platforms. So I can only imagine it's going to be a lot of like what's popular is going to come down to like hearsay and like talk, right? It's gonna have to explode. Like let's talk Undertale for a little bit, right? Like Undertale, I remember when that was just like an indie game that no one knew about, and like little YouTube channels were playing it here and there, and then just everyone was like, "Holy shit, that's amazing! I want to make a video. I want to talk about this. Oh, did you see this game? This crazy! Oh my god!" So I think a lot of it's gonna come down to just something has to be so good with such a unique concept that people just like talk about it enough,
And
exactly.
I think another thing that takes a part into it is marketing. I think a lot of one of the issues now is just that Cartoon Network. I don't think it's just a Cartoon Network thing specifically either. Nick and Disney has this issue as well. But Cartoon Network companies as a whole, I feel like don't know how to do proper marketing nowadays, right? Because how do you get your stuff out there, right? Like it's a whole thing, like. Because if you want to buy a shirt off of for like let's say your favorite cartoon is Regular Show, if you want to buy a shirt off of there, you're gonna have to dig pretty deep to find a shirt for Regular Show because you're probably not gonna find it in Hot Topic because the show's off the air, right? So what the issue is with that is that Cartoon Network, these cartoon companies are going to have to do now, because they're realizing that Netflix, Hulu's streaming sites like those are becoming very popular. Binging culture is becoming very, very popular among younger and older generation of people, because what is Netflix doing? Netflix is making their own shows. Netflix are getting IPs from DC, Marvel, putting their shit on there.
They're making a fucking Magic the Gathering anime with the Roos others.
Right? They're making their own anime. They're getting IPs from like Castlevania, yada yada yada. Point being, right? So I think in order for them to get their stuff out there more and to compete, they're gonna have to essentially do what DC is doing, although DC is doing it poorly, is do their own streaming service to where, hey, did you like some of our old cartoons? Because hell, Verb is doing this. Verb, you can literally go on Verb and watch old 90s cartoons, right?
Yep.
And Boomerang.
You got
as well.
Nick Splat on there.
So
you can go and watch fucking Rocket Power, and you can go and watch Angry Beavers and Avrio Monsters and all that good shit.
So Cartoon Network. So Red is correct. Red is right on the money. These companies are lazy and they're late to the punch. They are they're sticking to an old formula that's not going to work now, because if you look at Cartoon Network, most of their shit is just time slots, right? Yeah, time slots make sense, but how many people really do
these
watch
days,
TV
if you want to watch
anymore?
something, you're gonna fucking go online and be like, I want this episode. Let me Google it. Let me buy it on Amazon Prime. Whatever. Yada yada.
Yeah. How many people like honestly? I'm pretty sure you'll have to do research, but how many people really actually can say they watch as much TV as they used to?
Yeah,
right?
Because that was a back in the day thing. Oh, what's on right now? No one does that anymore. People are now like, what do I want to watch? Let's find it. So yeah, I mean, I think the future is more Netflix and stuff like that. I think you'll always have things that shine through on stuff like Cartoon Network, because you probably have there are a bunch of animators out there that desperately want to have a show, and if they can get accepted by any network, they'll probably take it, so it's going to be interesting to see where it goes for sure. But final thing I want to talk about, I still want to rant about the fucking Powerpuff Girls reboot.
No.
Yeah, epilogue. I think it's not even just that the Powerpuff Girls itself. I think one of the biggest issues that Cartoon Network had is that they kept trying to reboot old lovable cartoons because they thought bring it to a more younger audience of the generation. And what do? They didn't make them timeless. Here's
the two problems with the Powerpuff Girls reboot. One, they literally said fuck off to the original voice actresses for no reason. It was real fucked up. Like on Twitter, they were literally like our hearts are broken. I can't believe they didn't even ask us. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Yeah. That's just extra fucked up. And then, like you said, I mean, like I said, like you said, just it was meme humor. And I watched a really good video where they were just discussing like what made the original so good, and it was just like genuine good ass lessons for like just really good lessons that like didn't feel forced. The fights were actually like well done. It wasn't afraid to show some violence. I don't know, man. Like,
I would only say that Powerpuff Girls fight choreography, especially the Powerpuff Girls versus the Rowdy Love Boys, probably some of my favorite cartoons.
Yeah, that's just the good old-fashioned cartoon that, like, oh my god, it's just I watched that cartoon. It's got a vibe that like other cartoons just didn't have back then. Man. It's just, man, I don't even know. Like, it really had a feel, and I can't even describe it. It is just a feel that it had, and it was really ahead of its time. Like one of my favorite episodes. It was a feminism episode, but they did it in the most perfect way possible. It was basically like, and it's so poignant to today, like where we have like men and women get into factions, fight on Twitter, black people and white people get into factions, fight on Twitter. This episode of Powerpuff Girls that I'm talking about is literally like, if I remember correctly, it was like a woman thief who went around stealing money and shit, doing crime. Every time the Powerpuff Girls would show up, she'd be like, hey, us women need to stick together. Why do the, why do the men this? I don't remember exactly what she said, but she kept like kind of talking them into it. Like, hey, you should support me just because I'm a woman. Just let me go because I'm a woman, yada, yada. And what ended up being the lesson that was learned there was like, hey, I don't remember exactly, but they brought up Susan B. Anthony, and her thing was, Susan B. Anthony was someone who protested for the right to vote, and she snuck into a voting booth to vote, and then they were going to give her an easy sentence in court. They were going to be like, well, you're a woman, so we'll give you an easy sentence. And she was like, no, I want the full sentence. Treat me like you would a man.
Here you go.
And like that's right there is like true feminism. Like I want true equality, and that was the lesson that was taught in that episode, if I remember correctly. I'd have to rewatch it. This is my vague memory here. That is so ahead of its time for a show from the fucking 90s, bro.
The villain was Femme Fatale.
One more time?
The villain was called Femme Fatale.
Yeah. And I remember, didn't she have like red hair and shit?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean,
it was, I've literally got it's like a Tumblr thing, but literally the whole lesson.
Oh, can you read it? I love that Tumblr. I know what you're talking about.
Anybody else remember this episode? And then a female villain called Femme Fatale is stealing millions of dollars in Susan B. Anthony coins. Naturally, the Powerpuff Girls go to stop her. She then convinces them that men are horrible because female superheroes aren't as well known as male superheroes. Even asking Blossom to name some where her only answer is Wonder Woman. They start acting bitter, refusing to do chores when the professor asks, and even telling Mayor to save the town himself. Mrs. Bellum and Mrs. Keene talk to the girls and basically explain that being mean to guys won't do anything, and that it isn't the kind of message that feminists should put out. They proceed to beat up Femme Fatale while giving her a history lesson about Susan B. Anthony, the story where she voted and was found guilty because women couldn't vote back then. But when the judge wanted to let her off easily, because she was a woman, she forced them to take her to jail. The girls handle her, and the lesson is that misandry will not stop misogyny, and that we all should just respect each other. And it fell on Tumblr's deaf ears, just the one underneath.
But yeah, I mean,
it's fucking.
You don't see the reboot doing shit like that. There's not lessons. It's just meme humor. It's just twerking. It's just kindergartners twerking. I can't believe they didn't fucking think about that.
It's literally. Here's the actual villain.
But yeah,
blonde woman with the woman symbol for a gun. But yeah, it's fucking. A lot of these reboots too are like this, and that's why I picture fucking Thundercats Roar being, even though they've went on like social media and saying, yeah, we were fans of the original. I don't mean shit. You can be a fan of anything and still make a horrible reboot.
Never forget the day where the first episode, or it was either the first episode or the twerking episode, but something came out that was a fucking, controversial, and immediately Craig McCracken, the original Powerpuff Girls creator, was like, I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, it
was because the writer at the time wrote himself to be a love interest for Blossom. And a lot of people like that.
I remember hearing about that. It's so cringe.
But yeah, it's I guess that was his wife who was a kid.
Anyway, wrapping it up because this video is approaching 50 minutes.
But yeah, so here's what I picture things going from here. We're going to have exactly what we have with Shonen Jump. We're going to have a lot of things thrown at you. Give them a chance. Use your judgment. But also, we're going to see, like Red said, and like I've been saying for years, like a lot of these more talented people are going to be going to streaming services where they're not actually weighed down by a lot of the fucking criticism and the little micromanaging that you'll have on a network show. Because look at what we see on Netflix versus what it would end up being on network television. If, say, SpongeBob were to have come out today and went to Netflix, it would be a lot different than what we see now because there would be a lot more creative freedom on a Netflix-style platform.
What I will say is that I think I think Cartoon Network and Nick are starting to give these animators some freedoms, because there's no way in hell back then they would have let fucking Princess Bubblegum and Marceline kiss like that on things.
Remember there was a time where in Nick they wouldn't really allow Korra to show actual affection to Asami because shareholders.
Well, that's the thing.
It was just more undertone.
This is just the sad truth of any corporation ever. Once it becomes profitable, it will be allowed. Period.
Yep.
So now it's the cool thing to do, so it'll be allowed. Just like, it's the same thing with it will always be what is the trendy thing, right? So like look at Shonen, where they would have their safe, boring, milquetoast fucking protagonists that were just all dumb idiots. Once people got sick of that, the money reflected it. All of a sudden, okay, now go crazy, go, and eventually that'll shift to something else. It's always going to be following the money. Barely any places will actually just let their artists roam free. Occasionally they do, but not always.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
now we just wait and see what the next generation brings.
And by the way, anytime that you find a place that does let their artists roam free, that's one of those things that will eventually be like, oh, it was ahead of its time. You know what I mean? Anything that's ahead of its time, it's because they weren't constrained typically. You know?
That's your Invader Zims. That's your fucking. That's even your Rugrats, really.
Yeah.
Because if you look into Rugrats, how fucking dark it really was. You had fucking episodes of where there was Russian roulette being talked about.
I love those little dark jokes.
So, I
Final
basically
thoughts, Thurman? Because this video
my final thoughts is it's just agreeing with David. Honestly, I think the ending of these 3 cartoons I think their legacy will live on when it comes to American cartoons wise.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really happy that Cartoon Network allowed these 3 cartoons to live on, because not even just these 2 cartoons in Cartoon Network. I'm pretty sure even Nick and Disney are kind of affected by those 3 cartoons because they affected so much. Because I think
you definitely saw a lot more risks coming from the other 2 once Regular Show and Adventure Time and fucking Gumball even started becoming popular.
I haven't seen much of Gumball because that was a show that bored me in the beginning. But like, wasn't there the Check Your Privilege episode?
Yeah, it got
I
really
respect
good.
the fuck out of that.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, so last thoughts is here. I'm really hoping that just because it's the end of an era, a new one can arise, and I hope some of these cartoons last long enough to where it could at least have enough. Because honestly speaking, Regular Show, Amazing Love Gumball, and Adventure Time is definitely going to be up there with the Ed, Ed, Netties, their Ben 10s, your M&Ts and whatnot, like some of the greats, Donnie Bravo's and what you have you. So I'm really grateful that these cartoons left their mark the way they did, and I really hope that Cartoon Network can, and many animators like the ones who created these cartoons can get their stories told out there. So that's my final thing.
And with that, peace.